In 2023, I ended up with this Honda Varadero that had been standing since 2015 and was destined for the scrapyard. Can we revive this bike? If we can, we're going to give it away. So stick around for information on the giveaway. This is not a good start to this video. I've come in, I'm going to start doing the Varadero rebuild so I can give it away. And I found my toolbox because we actually work in a tent. We've had a storm. The tent's been ripped. The wind's got behind that wall, pushed the toolbox forward, and ruined at least one of the drawers. So I'm going to need a new toolbox. If you want to see us get out of here and get into a decent workshop, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because we might not be able to continue in this workshop for very much longer. Varadero's on the bench. It is, for anybody who never watched the Katana videos, if anybody hasn't watched them Katana videos, I will put a link to the playlist in the description. There's hours and hours of fun. And just to speed over the story, it's a really sad story actually. This is a bike that I took out of the same place as the Katana, and I bought this one. The Katana was generously donated by Rory, and this one was alongside, and he said, can I take that as well? And I said, well, I didn't want to take it. He was offering to give it me, but I knew if I left it, he wouldn't get anything for it. So I offered to buy it off him, and Rory being Rory made me a massive offer that was way too much that it was worth. And I said, I can't give you that, mate, I really can't. I said, but rather than it go to the scrapyard, I'll give you so much. And he smiled, he knew it was a good offer, and I paid for it and bought it. I didn't really want it, and that's over 2 years ago. I just didn't want him to lose out on it. He's such a nice fella. Anyway, so I've decided that this bike, I don't want to ride it, and I don't think it'd be right for me to sell it as it is to anybody else. And Rory did say that this was his baby, or his pride and joy. What he used to ride every day up until him getting ill with multiple sclerosis and not being able to ride anymore. So I feel like I owe it something, and I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give it away to someone who really needs it, but it must be someone who really needs it. So let's just have a little walk around it, and then I'll explain more. But this has been sat, obviously, in a shed that we call a barn, just for the sake of the video, so then I can call it a barn find. But if you zoom in, just a little bit there, if you look really carefully, you can see a little bit of rust that's occurring. And we're just going to spruce that up a little bit of wire brush, bring that up like brand new. Rory said it had got a brand new chain on it. That was one of the things he tried to say. Oh, she's got a brand new chain, it's worth a lot more than what you're saying, while smiling. Yeah, the chain's lovely. So, but what we want to do is with this bike, we want to pay it forward. We want to return the kindness that was given to us by Rory by donating the Katana, and pass that on to someone else. So what we want for this bike, and I need everybody's help, is to find a really deserving new owner. We need someone who's really, really on the knees, struggling, so that we can help them out the best we can by giving them this new bike. Now, I probably could slap a bit of paint on that and get £1,200 for it, but no, I don't want to do that. It could get me a new workshop, because this workshop is absolutely falling to pieces. As I just showed you, my toolbox fell over, but it's all coming to bits. This is not going to last the winter, and without this workshop I can't do videos. So if you can just like and comment, that does help. If you can subscribe to the channel, that helps as well. If you can share, that's even better. I did ask Car Vertical if they wanted to sponsor a video, and they said, oh yeah, thanks for the inquiry, no thank you. Your videos don't have enough views, they have to be over 10,000 views. The video you've just watched will be from probably nearly a year ago, when I was in the tent and I originally got this in the workshop. Things all went wrong about that time, and I had to move out. Now we've actually got it in the workshop, and in one that's not going to blow away overnight. So let's get it blown apart, find out what's wrong with it, put it right, make it look tidy, put an MOT on it, and give it away. What is really important about this though is your help. I need your help. We need to find it a new owner. So share it far and wide. Any biker groups that you're in, just share it and just put, yep, this guy, this idiot's giving away a free motorbike. But the one thing that I would like is that person who gets the bike really should need it. I want someone who's really struggling just to give it to him. I want to repay Rory's kindness that he showed me. So let's get it blown apart.
Big smile, a funny face, storm cloud or a bit of shade. I died of fashionably late.
Oh yeah.
Out of my mind, or barely safe.
Get it up in our teeth.
We're trying to catch a breath, but breathing it in, drumming.
Here it is. Let's have a little look and examine. Now, we might be able to get away with those stanchions. That's going to be a close one. They do want a lot of cleaning up, and we may have to throw them in the bin. I don't know. That is a real toss-up, because there is some damage, but it's not the end of the world. You can rub them out with an oil stone. Obviously, forks want painting. Front wheel will probably clean up. Front brake discs aren't bad. Oh, pads are well ready. They are ready. Yeah, this all wants cleaning up. I bet none of it worked. The horn doesn't work. See, all this rust is all covered over, so I'm not too worried about that. We can leave the frame. Just the bits that you can see, we'll probably rub them down and put a little bit of paint on them, because we're not going the whole hog. We're just wanting it recommissioning and reliable for someone. That's the worrying part. That is very worrying. I think that's got to be the worst one I've seen, rear shock wise. We're lucky if we get away with that. All of this is just rotten. But I think what we're going to do first, this was Rory's bike. Rory used to do nothing but tell me off in the comments for using WD-40 and GT85. Haha. Plus gas. This is what he used to tell me to use for everything. So, Rory mate, this one is for you. It's going to have to come off. That will definitely need a bit of a look over, that shock. Used a rough Scotch pad to rub up the stanchions. And after about 10 minutes, something really peculiar happened. Wow. That's really cleaned up. The chrome actually started to come around. I thought those folks had had it, but looking at them, with a bit of oil stonage, they might live again. They don't look too bad at all. Where the seals actually travel, that one especially, this one, still touch and go. But the forks won't travel right up here, they'll only be this much on the telescopic. So we might not have to replace the stanchions, but if it does need them, I'm going to replace them or get them reground and re-chromed. Next, let's get the chain off. Like a loose banana at a house party, that chain just could not be trusted anymore, so it had to go. Although the bike had been neglected and it was really rusty, it came apart really easily. Wheel bearings will go again. we've got a few bits off and on the bench now. This is a bit of a mess. Not gonna lie, it's probably not coming out on camera. We've got all that to clean, and then all that to clean, and the radiator out. So we're gonna make a list of things we need to do, because it's gonna get, it won't take long I think before we get a little bit lost. I've got a whiteboard, and my missus has put a lovely love art on whiteboard. Ignore that. So let's just clear the whiteboard. Just showing me how much she loves me, that's all. Oh, and she's used permanent marker. Brilliant. Okay, well, we'll gloss over that. Right, that's dry, and that's also dry. Alright, so we'll not bother with that. I didn't want a whiteboard anyway, it's a stupid idea. I'll do it in my phone. Well, that's already 1,000 times better. I can't even see what this ring's meant to do, whether that's the adjustment for the C-span, I don't know. But let's clean it up and see, possibly strip that down. Because if it's not leaking and the spring's in one piece, we could possibly use it again. And you know me. I think that's just the preload settings. I don't think we can strip this. I know it's kind of a 1 in 12 chance, but this bike was taxed on my 40th birthday. If you want that, leave us a comment, and if more than one people asks about it, I will send it. I'll just choose one and send it to you. The back brake worked absolutely perfectly, so all that needs is a good clean up and some copper slip. The tyres have absolutely had it. Although there's plenty of tread on them, there's cracks in the sidewalls and it looks like they're about 15 years old. They've got to come off. But first, let's get these rims cleaned up. This here is corrosion, and it's really difficult to get off, especially just spraying it and rubbing it with a rag. But what I do is, again, it's not advice, what I do is a little bit of oil on a scotch pad, just give it a little rub, and the oil stops it from scratching, stops it from being so abrasive that it scratches this powder coating, but it instantly removes all that corrosion. Well, it was hard work and it took me about 2 hours, but eventually the back wheel came up really nice. It's really encouraging to wonder what this bike's going to look like when it's finished. Now all I've got to do is make them a matching pair and do the front one. This one seems much worse. There's something super satisfying about this kind of thing. Time just passes so fast. An hour and a half later, the front wheel looks like new. Well, practically. Rory had changed chain and sprockets not long before parking the bike up, so the chain had died but the sprockets were still good, but they'd just gone rusty. So I decided to clean it up and give it a bit of paint. Needed to get the tyres off, but I'd broken my bead breaker, probably because I was taking truck tyres off or something with it, abusing my tackle, so it needed welding back together. But due to my electricity situation, that's easier said than done. This is what happens. Despite this little setback, I managed to get the job done, and I managed to do it using only solar power. Being a tight arse, that pushes all my fuzzy buttons. So with the paint now dry, I reassembled all the sprocket carrier and used my freshly repaired bead breaker to knock the tyres off. Eventually pushing them off the rim like a savage.
If you haven't got a penny, then there's ways you gotta overcome it. Take it off the shelf as you quickly slide it in your pocket.
So that's it for this week. Remember, I need your help to find the new owner of this bike. If you do know someone who you think really deserves it, you get in touch with me. Don't tell them to get in touch with me. If they get in touch with me, I can't give them the bike. I want to hear their story from you. So leave us that comment down in the comment section, and if it's something I'm interested in, I will get in touch with you. Between now and then, obviously I've got a lot of things to get for this bike. Brake pads, tyres, oil, filters, things like that. It all costs money, and I'm getting about 1,000 views on these videos, which equates to about £5. So I'm well in the ready. If anybody wants to support the channel, get in touch. Even if it's just a small discount and I can give you a shout out on the videos, every little helps. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because in a couple of weeks we've got something special coming. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's a 2-stroke twin and you are going to love it. So comment down if you think you know what it is. Don't forget to hit like, and I'll see you next week.
Now you know the sort of person that just sits around and wastes the days, gets stoned and thinks